welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you could be here today. And I really hope that everybody is doing well and are staying safe. So as promised in my previous video, I did promise that I will come back with another video talking about where I got my degree from and what degree I pursued. Okay, so without further ado, please keep watching. Okay, so to begin with, I pursued my bachelor's degree in the University of Laverne. I got my degree in educational studies. For those who don't know, that's mainly for teaching. Now, before I decided to pursue this degree, I really wanted to be a teacher. And in fact, I wanted to be a teacher ever since I was a child, probably. And that kind of just stayed with me. And throughout the years, I really thought that I was passionate about teaching. So I started attending the school. Everything was going great. Everything, honestly, it couldn't be better. I mean, I have such a positive experience here, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But midway through, I started working, not midway through, when I first began actually this degree, it was fast-paced. Let me just mention that it was an accelerated cohort program, so things were going by pretty fast as it was accelerated. So and then I also landed this job as an educator in one of the elementary schools that fortunately was near where I live. So I started working there for about back then for about a year or so, and that's when I decided okay, this teaching, that it's not for me. I can't see myself doing this for the rest of my life. And at that point, I was already in the middle of pursuing my bachelor's degree in educational studies. So I was at that point where I kind of started to panic. I was like, okay, naturally I'm not gonna quit because I'm not a quitter, but at the same time, what am I gonna do with this degree that I'm not even gonna really use to its full potential, you know? So in University of Laverne, you get an academic advisor. My academic advisor, she is an angel sent from heaven above. So after a while of talking with her, I came to a decision that obviously I wasn't gonna quit and that I was gonna continue, because I was already honestly more than halfway there. At that point I had probably 6 classes more to take, or 7 or something like that, which is 2 semesters, and you're already spending so much money that if you were to back out, you'd be wasting money. And it is a private school, so it is more costly than public universities would be. So naturally, obviously, I knew that I was in this. I knew that I wasn't gonna quit. I knew that I was gonna do this. But shout out to my academic advisor. You know who you are. If you're watching this, honestly, I love you. You have been there for me through thick and thin. You have motivated me. You have supported me in every way possible. And honestly, I couldn't be more grateful. But anyways, going back to what I was talking about, like I said, it was an accelerated cohort program, so I did finish faster. So this current job that I had, that I still do have right now, I'm going on my 4th year right now, helped me realize, like I said, that I wasn't gonna be able to do this. So shout out to my current job for helping me realize that I don't want to pursue this anymore. It definitely came through. It definitely helped out. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't like teaching. I like it, but I just can't see myself doing this for the rest of my life. Anyway, so I just want to say that if you are someone who is already in a degree program, and if you're halfway through, or if you just begun, and if you're regretting it, really think about it before you decide to do anything. Personally, I would say don't quit, but I'm not in your position right now, so I don't know how it is for you. Yeah, I went through this, but it's different for everybody, you know? If you're not sure about what you thought you wanted to do, just take some time and just keep in mind that if you do decide to further your education, you can always go into another degree. This is something that I did because I knew I wasn't gonna be a teacher. I knew I wasn't gonna further my education in education. So what I decided to do was pursue my MBA with another school. And I'll let you know why I chose another school in a second. And honestly, I feel like that's one of the best decisions that I made for myself, to be honest with you. Just going out of the education system for me has been real eye-opening, because I came to realize that, okay, there are other things that you can do, and just because you had your mind kind of like in education for years and years and years, it doesn't mean that that's the only thing out for you. But I was going to talk about this. The reason why I decided to change the university that I'm attending is because the classes that I was taking at University of Laverne were hybrid. So they were half in person, half online. Everything was essentially turned in online though. And then when pandemic started, everything was all online. But now where I am, I can't really go to classes or even hybrid classes because I have so much going on in my life already, and I'm just so busy all the time. And honestly, I've been doing online classes for the longest time in my life that I just can't see it any other way. I thrive in this kind of environment, you know. That's one of the reasons. Although the University of Laverne does offer online classes, so I just want to put that out there too. Another reason is because the University of Laverne is private, so naturally it is more costly than, you know, other universities, public universities. So that's also another reason why I decided to go with another school. But having said all of this, I really enjoyed attending Laverne. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is what an accelerated cohort program, and I'm gonna screencast it right now for you guys to see. So, an accelerated cohort program, they offer a faster pace for students to receive their degrees. So you essentially get your degree a lot faster, but your classwork is a lot more fast-paced. But another good thing about an accelerated cohort program is that you join a group of classmates pursuing the same degree track. You'll advance through your entire major course by course with the same community of peers. So you get to be with the same class, with the same student, as long as it takes for you guys to finish the accelerated cohort program degree. So as I was doing a little research here, I came across a really interesting question. Is an accelerated cohort degree program right for me? Now, the answer will be different for a lot of us. For me personally, absolutely. I mean, if I could go back, I would honestly do it all over again. I'm kind of used to advanced schoolwork. Back when I was in college, I would be taking like 18 units per semester and working full time. That may sound crazy to some people, but that was just the way of me feeling like, okay, I'm doing something with my life. You know, I'm going to school, I'm working, you know, I'm rarely ever free, and that would make me honestly feel really good, because I would feel like I said, I'm doing something with my life. So personally, I would leave work around 4:30, and so just so I can make it to class on time at 5. Majority of the times my classes started at 5. And usually, like, each class had like one meet, so I would probably get like 3 classes per semester, I believe it was. One of my classes would meet on Mondays. I believe it was every single Monday, and another would either be like on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and we would also meet at 5. They would end at 10. Some of my professors, not all of them, they would let us go like 30 minutes early, sometimes once in a blue moon actually, an hour early. But otherwise we would have to stay in the full, 5 hours, and we couldn't really miss any classes. I mean, if it was an emergency, we could miss like one class during the semester, but otherwise it was kind of like you would have to come, show up, stay, And actually they were pretty helpful. And with my degree, it was more hybrid. So we would meet online and in class as well. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was like bi-weekly, if I'm not mistaken, because it was a while ago. I don't really remember that much because of the pandemic. I'll talk about that soon. So everything was online. We just meet in person once in a while. And there was always that one class which was all online. So you'll it kind of depends on what and how your classes will be like. But the reason why I said I don't remember that much is because for the past year and a half or so, because of the pandemic, we weren't meeting at all in class, so the classes were all online. So it didn't change the length of the degree at all whatsoever. The only difference was that we were just online. Now we would be having Zoom meetings to kind of replace the in-class meetings, and the Zoom meetings were usually 3 hours. Now, moving on to the locations throughout California, these are the locations. So mine was in Santa Clarita, but it was also an accelerated program. They also offer online. Okay, so online learning is really not for everybody. You have to be very determined. You have to motivate yourself, because no one is there to kind of tell you, hey, you need to like turn this in right now. Though you do have a due date, you would just kind of have to motivate yourself, like, okay, I need to turn this in at this time, so I need to kind of schedule my life around my schoolwork. I mean, if you're gonna choose online learning, then school would always have to come first, in order for one to be successful. Because some people think that, oh, if I were to choose, to take my classes all online, it will be easier. And let me tell you, that's really not true. You get a lot more homework, just get a lot more than you would in a traditional class, if not the same, honestly. So it's nothing that you can't do. I did it, but honestly, I thrive in online learning classes. Mainly because, like, yeah, they do have a due date, but I get to make my own schedule, and I get to work as much as I want and still be able to come home, if I want, go to Starbucks or a coffee shop or whatever, work on my schoolwork and get that over with, and continue with my life. So I love, I thrive in this kind of environment. Now moving on to admission at Laverne. For undergraduates, so Laverne offers 55 undergraduate programs. And then moving on to graduate students, Laverne offers 24 master programs and 4 doctorates. So now I wanted to kind of show you guys what the degrees are. So you have all the degrees here, but if you're looking for like a specific degree that you already have in mind, all you would have to do is just filter it. So for example, for me, I got my bachelor's degree as an accelerated adult in Santa Clarita, and in education. So then it would just filter it, and mine was in educational studies. So yeah, the curriculum, I took all of these classes. I think there's like 11, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so 11 courses. They're each 4 units. These are recommended electives that I never got to take because I never needed them. Let's go back. You can honestly filter it for anything. So if you wanted to, let's say Laverne, and then if you wanted to do like accounting, then there you have it, accounting masters. So you just would go in here and you can explore the program by viewing the curriculum and the admission requirements. And then moving on to the tuition. So if you are going to be at the Laverne campus, this is your tuition per semester. But if you are deciding to be an accelerated undergraduate, it's this much per semester hour. And then if you wanted regional campus, it would be about this much per semester hour. So this is what you're looking at in terms of pricing. I also wanted to really quick kind of show you the portal to Laverne. So this is my portal to Laverne. And then, this is where you have all of the service catalog. So you have, for example, you have My Laverne, You have Blackboard, you have your email, your Digication, which you will use if you pursue the same program that I did, because we use Digication a lot. Anyway, so you can view your grades, you can look up classes, you can register, course evaluation, academic transcript, everything, your financial aid status. I just really quick wanted to show you the Blackboard. All right, so here's the Blackboard. Now this is where you go to your courses, obviously. I don't know why these are still here. You can kind of like view your courses here, the courses that you have. And then, your calendar, your messages, your grades, your, the tools and everything. I really hope that you enjoyed watching. As always, I will be back with another video next week. And if you have any comments or any questions, you're more than welcome to leave them in the comments below. All right, so I hope that you guys have a great day. Bye.